Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Plenty with Sulo. Our venue partner, Department of Coffee. Clothing partner, G Flock. Hair and makeup, Beauty Quest. Be tuned to Daily Mirror Online. Hello everyone, this is Plenty with Sulo. Today we have a unique personality. She represents the film industry. She is a film and TV producer in Sri Lanka and co-founder of Silent Frame Production. Her debut short film, Silent Tears, traveled to 27 International Film Festival. With further delay, let me welcome today's guest, Hiranya Perera.
Hi, Sulo.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great, and it's a pleasure to be here with you.
And thank you for accepting my invitation.
Of course.
Hiranya, this is just a very informal discussion, and we want to take your story, and I think a lot of young people will get inspired. So my
Thank you
first thing is for you, requesting you to introduce your own self.
Yes, I'm Hiranya Perera. I'm a film and TV commercial producer in Sri Lanka, and I started off as everybody. I was in a different field.
Okay.
So I was into marketing. I studied marketing and finance. Then I studied marketing and finance. Then I started working at marketing. Then I realized this is not my calling, and I moved out.
Right.
So then I started working at Maharaja,
Okay.
at MTV as a TV program producer. There I produced Kids First and Good Morning Sri Lanka.
Right.
Then I moved out and I started directing TV commercials as a freelancer.
Okay.
Then with my husband, Awi Ilangoram, he's also a TV commercial director. He's been in the industry for the past 15 years. So he and we founded Silent Frames Productions. We do short films, documentaries, feature films, and TV commercials. So we have done TV commercials for a lot of renowned brands, corporate brands, and also for UNICEF, UNFPA, so PSA videos, documentaries. And like what you mentioned, my short film, debut short, it was in 27 International Film Festivals, very prestigious film festivals, also in Locarno, and we won 19 awards.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you. And also we did another short film, Dodana Kelly, it's in Sinhalese language.
Okay.
And it won the production grant from Petra Filmmaker Festival in Malaysia.
Okay.
Then we did a feature at the very crucial time of Sri Lanka last year, when we didn't have anything.
Yeah.
So it was quite a task, Sulo, to especially like my debut feature, and nobody would even think of producing a film at that time. So this was last year May, when we had the height of financial and economic crisis. We didn't have power, we didn't have fuel. It was.
But we had talent like you.
Yes, that's correct. And we all gathered together as one. So that was very important. So we had to be very minimalistic with all our, even the power. We had to be very careful because for the generator to run, we can't use fuel too much. And we used firewood to cook. Because we don't have gas. And we had a lot of talent, like amazing actors like Chandani Senaviratna, Kaushalya Fernando, Dilhani Ekanayaka, Priyantha Sirikumar. So we all were one. So that positivity, that positive vibe is what brought success to this film. And
Superb story.
super grateful.
From marketing to TV production to the advertising and to the film industry, not locally, but which is you have gone to international level, which is a huge step. So sometimes, when we realize this is where we want to be, and then it automatically comes.
That's true.
We have seen women in film industry, but many of them we see them as actresses. We hardly see women producers, women directors, or basically technical side women being there.
True.
Right? Like women, I always ask, women camera.
Exactly.
Women, right?
Exactly.
Something that I'm looking forward to. So what made you to be that, doing that, the male dominated industry and thinking, oh, it's okay, I'll start it. I don't see it as a male domain, just that that's what I like.
That's true. So, my love for film and photography started when I was 8 years old.
Okay.
So, I loved photography. My father taught me photography with a SLR camera. At that time, we didn't have digital.
Yes.
So, he taught me photography, and since then, I loved what I saw through the viewfinder. It's like I could control what I want, the lighting and everything he taught me. So, then as time passed, we get into this corporate world. It's like a norm. We have to like study certain subjects, and then I got into corporate world, and I realized I'm not fully satisfied. This is not my calling. This
That
is not
happy thing was not
yes
there.
yes.
Okay.
So then I moved out. So then I realized when I was directing, and I thought I wanted to become a director, film director. So when myself and my husband, when we did the Ilango's first short film, Silent Years, I acted as a producer. I was a producer. So then I realized this is different. I mean, I liked it. It also combines what I learned, like marketing, finance, because producer is the head of the whole film from the very beginning, from the development stage, and you have to be with the director, developing and applying for labs and producing and developing
It's
the
a small
script.
entrepreneurship, like a startup,
Yes.
right?
So
Okay.
I feel it's like I'm a mother. I'm a mother of the film. So nurturing that baby, the infant and toddler levels. So it's like I have 2 kids, babies. So I feel connected. So the only thing is when it comes to producing in South Asian countries like Sri Lanka, India, it's a bit difficult because, especially for a woman producer, they do not accept us as the head of the team.
They look for behind whether she's with someone.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they cannot imagine like somebody, a woman coming and telling you what to do. We are still not accepted at that level. So I wanted to break it because there are some women in Sri Lanka who has broke that glass ceiling, like Miss Sumitra Piris and Anuma Rajakaruna, Renuka Balasurya. So we have gone like one step ahead. So I wanted to move further. I wanted to go there and show the world, no, we can do it. As a woman, you don't have to be, just doing like a regular job. You
But it's
can
not easy
do it.
also because you're not coming from the industry itself.
Yes.
Right?
So for that, what I did was, and my husband was a great help because he has been in the industry, and then he mentored me. And also at the same time, sometimes I felt since I don't have the film education, so then people would look at me, okay, what does she know? So then I got selected for Busan Asian Film School in Korea, International Film Business Industry, which is a producing course, and also Film Bazaar Producers Lab. So those 2 were major stepping stones for me. So I learned the basics of film producing, and then how to elevate and where to go, because in Sri Lanka we think producers role is just
To put
putting money and that's it, but there's much more than that.
selecting who's the best actor and the best actress.
Yes.
So you change that. I'm coming into to an international background because now when you look at Hollywood, Bollywood, Collywood, and now the Korean film industry also booming, right? In that kind of a competition, how do you look at yourself standing out with coming from an island, getting awards, which is very big? So how you find yourself, competing with these big shots?
Yes. So one good thing is we have a lot of talent in Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
And it's just that we have to pave the path and go. So our first feature, Bend in the Coffin, Tentigo, it's the Sinhalese title is Nilum Kuluna. And we shot it, and before we're almost at the very final stage of post-production, and we have got remake rights. We have sold the remake rights to India. So it will be soon be remade in India.
Right.
And so this is a massive achievement for Sri Lankan film industry.
Yes.
Because the reason is in Sri Lanka mostly we get Indian content or films or teledrama and also Korean films and teledramas, and we dub it or remake those.
Correct.
But this will be the first film to change it.
Other way around.
So that will make a mark about Sri Lankan film industry in other countries, just like
That
how
mark also brought by a woman.
yes. And that the Parasite film, the Korean Parasite film, after it won the Oscar awards, there's a lot of focus for Korean films, and also like it spills over to Asian films. So I strongly believe this will be a big milestone that will make a mark, and then for international film fraternity to look at Sri Lanka as who has a lot of talent, and we should seek the talent. So it'll open up pathways to other youngsters and
That's
everybody.
amazing, and wishing you all the
Thank
best
you
for
so
that.
much.
And congratulations, and so proud because end of the day we are Sri Lankans and we have talent. It's just that there was no opening or push
That's
for
true.
us to go forward. But if someone is taking a step, means many can follow you.
That's very
so
true.
I'll actually salute you for that.
Thank you so much.
And coming back to Sri Lanka, Sri Lankan film industry is known by few people, and it's dominated mainly by male domination area.
True.
Right? And a young lady coming in and telling this is what I've done, this is what I'm going to do, and this will be the future.
True.
And maturity is more, maturity is about age for Sri Lanka, not the knowledge. So how we are going to survive in this kind of a culture?
True. So everyone looked at me like for two things. They looked down at me, my age, and also what I am, like as a woman. She can't do it. I mean, she won't survive. But what I did was I gathered knowledge. So not only because of the short film, I was fortunate to go to many festivals. So there I met a lot of other producers, female producers and directors, so well-known figures in film industry. So I gained their knowledge. I just spoke with them, I networked with them. So that way I will learn what's happening outside Sri Lanka, so that I know how to position my film and what I'm doing, and then even Sri Lanka, like the talent in Sri Lanka. So that way I know I am slowly moving forward. So then, I mean, my pathway might be slow, but it's steady. So then that way, so the criticism I got back in the day, about like 3-4 years back, is different from now. So they started slowly, their mindset started slowly changing the way they look at me as a producer. Because I have proven myself, and I am grateful for my husband and my parents and my in-laws, because as a woman, I strongly believe that once you get married, you should not stop what you love.
Yeah.
So we have 2 kids. The first one is 5 years and second one is 5 months. So the 5-year-old, since she was 4 months old, we've been taking her for shoots and also meetings.
They had to look at what the parents are doing.
Yes.
Okay.
And it was very easy, comfortable. So she also understood this is what it is, and she was very accommodating. So when we were in Film Bazaar Co production market with this Tentigo project, there we had a pitch. So their co-production, Film Bazaar co-production market is where a lot of, it's like a main co-production market for the South Asian films, where you get to pitch your project in front of many producers, co-producers all over the world, like festivals. And there, after the pitch, we got a lot of, there was a huge buzz that year about this project. Oh my God, what is this? It's very novel, coming from Sri Lanka. There's a dark comedy. You don't see dark comedies coming from Sri Lanka. Then after that, we had a lot of meetings, because we have like slots for about, for 4 days. We have from morning till evening, we have slotted meetings. So my small one, she was 8 months at that time. She was on the stroller, and we would give her a book, and she will just sit and go through it. Or if you're talking, if you're having a meeting, she will look at each other. And in case, only very rarely, she will just cry or being really cranky, very mildly. So one of us, myself or my husband, would take her out and settle her for a bit and come. So I have incorporated my kids as well. And
when a woman brings her family to an industry, then it become a home, safe area.
That's
and
true.
Also you bring your passion, and also as you said, the motherly hand.
Good.
So everyone comes together, and if the results are very positive.
That's true. That's very true. So it has helped me. So I don't, like, my mother guilt is lesser comparatively, because they are always with me.
I can see it. They are not missing me. They can see me. So the guiltiness goes on because they are there.
Yes.
So sometimes we have to give up on some other things, but then again we have to accommodate also.
True.
Because whatever we do, it's for our future and their future.
That's
both,
true.
Right?
So I'm not saying it's easy. It took some time for me to like adjust, because babies, but at the same time we gave it a shot. I'm glad that my husband, my parents, they all supported me. You need to ask for help. You need that help, because you cannot, I mean, some can say, I did this all by myself. But if you can ask for help, why not? Then it makes it the path easier to go.
Then you have a support system, and a lot of people are there to encourage. So coming on to the final question, because I know you won the recent Top 50 awards,
Yes.
which is nothing to do with the film industry, but it's a professional award where different industries, and from Sri Lankan film industry, only you, then we got another just one from Hollywood, right? So how that will, you will use the Top 50 to encourage Sri Lankan women to think as a profession, not just as an entertainment, this thing, but because what you are doing is a very professional job.
True.
Right?
That's true.
So how this will help you to encourage young people?
First, I'm very grateful to for women in management to have that subsection where achievement in film industry, because that opens up. That means women really appreciates the women talent coming from film industry. So winning this, again, it added on to what I've been, it added on to my success baggage. So that, like, not only my knowledge, I said, like, with knowledge, I'm slowly climbing the hill. So getting that award made me, it gave me a lot of confidence boost. Okay, what I'm doing is appreciated. And where I'm heading is, I chose the correct path. And who's coming behind me will also like motivate them. We can do this. This has been recognized even in Sri Lanka. Not only, you don't have to go out of the country to be recognized. So I was pleasantly surprised when I found out that there's a segment for this film industry for women. So then it was like very nice, because I know it will help. Just the way how I feel right now, there are so many other girls who are following me, And it will be a great motivation for them. We can start from Sri Lanka. We don't have to wait till we go out of the country to be recognized. So it's
Yeah, as you correctly said, the Sri Lankan has talent, and you can start from Sri Lanka. And being a woman does not limit you unless you limit yourself.
That's true.
And you said ask for help and get your family involved. And one of the few things I really liked the way you spoke was, I felt I had knowledge, but I went out of the way to learn the subject. So people will not question you whether you have the background.
Exactly.
So sometimes women want to tick the all boxes because when you have the women gender, it is a questionable. Anyway, it was so amazing to speak to you because
Thank you so much.
I have been following you, and something that I've learned is you didn't come from the industry, but you took the industry into another level.
Thank you.
Right, and that's something I'm wishing every young person who's watching you this to realize that you don't need to be on the same area or same profession. If you have a passion as well as if you have the commitment, then it's your path. Today we had Hiranya Perera, who is a film and TV producer of Sri Lanka. She spoke about her journey, her achievement, and also her dreams. So she said, being a mother, being a woman, it does not make her to feel lesser. It gave her the courage. And she took Sri Lankan brand into an international platform. So be tuned to Daily Mirror Online. This is Plenty with Sulo.